up, y'all? It's your girl, Luscious Barbie. I'm here with 2022 movie reviews. And I like the way that sounds. I'm going to keep that. 2022 movie reviews. 2022 movie reviews. Okay. I'm so excited to bring you Triple D Revenge movie review because, y'all, when I tell you, I got to see a private screening of this movie today. And it was my very first time seeing it, and I'm so excited about it because I'm so Dallas. Anybody that know me, I'm so Dallas. So being that this movie was shot in Dallas, produced by Dallas producers and directors, and I mean, Mo3 was in it. You know, like, that's just the icing on the cake, and he really brought some acting skills. But not only that, like, it was the perfect match for cast to script. And not all the time do you get that. Sometimes you get good script, bad cast, horrible script. But this one, I'm telling you it was JT was in it, like, and if you know Jared Tucker, you know that he kills every movie that he's in. But this movie, he really did a good job with, and he is that character that in every movie you fall in love with him being a writer, all right? But, like, everybody that was in the movie did an amazing job. Mo3 definitely had the acting skills going, and the list goes on. But when I tell you about the characters of this movie and the synopsis in general, so I'm gonna give you a synopsis of the movie. My takeaway, this whole movie was about just getting revenge, all right? So basically, imagine losing a family member, and everything in your power is making you you'll do anything to get revenge. Anything. You'll basically sell your soul and get close to the person that you want to kill. And basically, in this movie, it was a game of chess. And I say that because it was so many metaphors in the movie that referred to chess. And it kind of made it to where even with getting revenge, you have to go in with a plan. You have to go in with a strategy, and you have to know how to execute. It's a long game. It's not something that's impulsive. And the more impulsive that you are, the more that things go wrong. So seeing this movie and seeing how everything was based on strategy and everything was based on being at the right place at the right time and making sure that you know the players of the game. Making sure that you know the players of the game and making sure that you know everybody's next move, and even the person on the other end knowing to be a step ahead. And like, literally, this movie kept the storyline all the way through. Even at the end of the movie, you are so hooked that you like, oh, it was literally a tearjerker too, because you really like get caught up in these characters. You like, oh my God, Jay Cash, what about your daughter? You know, and then you get caught up with Big Lou, who were you before this? You know, you really get caught up in the characters. And I love movies like that because you literally create your own backstory. But then when you actually see it come into fruition, you be like, wow, like, that's throw. Like, this really put me in the mind of how you just fall in love with Tariq and you fall in love with all of these other people, but they have so much grime. And the movie just consisted of, it had sex and drugs, and the sex scenes that's another story for another platform, okay? But the PG-13 version, the sex scenes was definitely good. They were raunchy and they showed just enough, and it was a lot of scenes in the entertainment clubs. It was a lot of like definitely little hips and tricks to it, but you got to see so much scenery of Dallas. If you are from Dallas, if you live in Dallas, you already know we love seeing our city in movies, so that was great. But just seeing Mo3 in it and being able to be in the movie for, you know, that kind of like put a stamp on it, because everybody that knows or heard of Mo3, you already know his character, and he's goofy and just very full of life. So being able to see him in a different role, you can tell that he definitely took this role very serious. And it was so suspenseful. It kept you on your toes. Even towards the end, you really want to know what's next. And I'm just so proud of this movie. I can't go any deeper or I'm going to give it away, but this was absolutely amazing. Like, I can't wait till you see it. It's definitely quality for any platform that you could possibly catch it on, so I know you'll be able to see it. But I'm so impressed. Mr. E, you did your thing. everybody that was a part of the film, y'all really did y'all thing. Like, tag, comment, every actress, actor, writer, hairdresser, whoever. If you was in this movie, you did your thing. You deserve your flowers right now because you rocked it out. Like, that movie was so impressive. I was impressed. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I was impressed because there's not a lot of people that can do it. And there's a lot of great films out there. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great films. I've seen a lot of great films. But I would say 2021, 2022, I've seen a few. And the few that I've seen, they know about who it is, you know? So I definitely want to say that this is a must-see. And you have to kind of know about just the game and strategy. But even if you don't come from that life, you will understand because the storyline definitely. And I love the fact that there was cops involved because you get to see a little bit of what we go through on every day of like not knowing the pressure that cops are put up against, but also knowing the dark side of being a cop too, like literally doing whatever you want to, but playing both sides of the field. So you get to see a little bit of that too. So if you're into like any type of Law and Order or suspense, you would like this. You would like it. You would literally tune into it. I can see literally like my mom watching it and being like, okay, so what happened to, dang, you know? And then, I mean, like the surprise at the end on just, I love when a movie gives you a teaser at the end and you be like, okay, what's next? Like, what's next? Where's part 3? But, and if you haven't seen part 1, make sure you go back and watch part 1, Triple D Revenge. But, like, literally, this was great. All right. So it's your girl, Luscious Barbie. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel, all that. Let's go.